Hello, everybody. I'm a practicing therapist and I'm also a doctoral student of psychology. You guys know that my name is Anber and I give consultation calls, but I also have my own practice. I wanted to offer something that a lot of you guys have been addressing or talking about. So at one point, I was thinking I could get an intern so that I could offer a little bit of a more comfortable fee for a lot of you guys. However, things have happened. School has been a lot. My research has been doing well, but I've been busy. And so I don't have time to look into an intern that I can train, etc. And so I discussed with some of you guys the potential of having a group call. It will be much more affordable and you can actually get your question answered live by me. So the form has the question that you can ask. You don't have to use that form. You can wait until the call and ask the question. However, if you use a form, it'll be anonymous. And I won't share any of the details that you don't want me to, but I will give you a very in-depth response if I have time during the call. And it will be a lot easier than you asking in the comments where I don't know much of the details, or it will be more affordable than the other services if you would like, if you're okay with sharing that space with other people who also might appreciate the answer. And so the main point of these calls is a question and answer. And so we will definitely start with that. I may do a presentation in the call if needed. The presentation doesn't have to be the topic of your questions. Your questions can be anything that is relationship focused, anything about yourself. Obviously, it's not going to be personal questions to me, but anything of that sort, you will be allowed to ask that. That's the point of the call. And so you can ask it either on the call, by chat might be more easier for you, but you can also turn on your camera. My camera will be turned on, but you will ask it in the form. And those people who put their question in the form, those will be the ones that I prioritize first because you guys asked it in the form. That will be the start of the call typically. The topic I will likely present and talk about is avoidance and offering friendship, that issue and those dynamics. And we'll talk about that in a lot more detail during that presentation because I think it's really important and it is one of the most common issues. And so that's why I want to do this, because I want you guys to also have space. And then towards the end of the call, we can have questions about that presentation as well as other questions that you have. The timing is going to be August 9th at 11 a.m. Eastern time, United States Eastern, which is Virginia, Florida, New York, but whatever your time is, just correspond it to that. For me, it's going to be 11 a.m. I do not know what that time is for you, but please keep that in mind. The meeting will be held on Zoom. You don't have to turn on your camera, okay? So the way this is going to go is once you guys purchase your seat, you will be emailed the Zoom link in a couple business days. Please remember that it could show up in your spam, so please check because I don't want you to miss that link. And so I want you guys to be able to be comfortable asking these questions. If there's some part of your question you don't want me to share in the group, I won't. I'll just omit that part, but I'll still answer your question. It's going to be a live answer from me. And I think that's what's the most important because sometimes people are looking for that. In the comments, if you guys are asking me questions like every day about the update of your topic, which I do understand, sometimes it can be lost or sometimes I'm busy and I can't always do that. But this is a time where you can go ahead and do that. You don't even have to stay the whole time. Or you can just keep your camera off and just listen, but your answer will be, if I have time, which likely I will, that's the point of the call, will be answered live. And I will be able to give you details about that. And you can ask more questions and have more feedback about the dynamic. The ones that are in the form are going to be anonymous. But if you ask in the call, it won't be, but it will still be beneficial for you because other people may have answers and solutions for you as well. It's not going to be just me. Of course, majority, I know a lot of you guys just want my answer, which I respect, but you will also hear me answer other people's questions. And they might also give you insight for your own dynamics and what you've experienced, and will give you a lot of insight about relationships with avoidance in general. Because I notice with a lot of you guys, you have some similarities, and I feel like you guys could really be comfortable understanding other dynamics, even if it's just anonymous, even if it's just me sharing things that I've seen with, the questions that you approve of me bringing up in the call. It may really help because that will show that you're not alone. And that's what I want for you guys. I want you guys to have space where you guys can get your questions answered. I don't know if I'm ever going to do this again. And so if you want to join, that link is going to be pinned in the comments.